coordinator or PM would typically will have 2 to 5 projects on the parallel, right? So it won't be that they will have just one project. It's typically 2, 5 or even more, right? So if you look at my portfolio, you look at my timesheet that I enter, 0.2, 0.1, 0.3, 0.1, 0.5, that is how it would look like the FTE. So you have to break it down. So that is how my day is going to be structured, right? So I have 4 projects, like I have a program with 3 projects in it. I have 2 other projects that I'm accountable for. So every day I have to plan, how do I do it? So every day would be different, right? So how I structure is, for one program, I would have Monday morning meeting for the team, the other Tuesday morning, the other the Wednesday morning, the other there's a working group meeting, technical group meeting, there's a steering meeting. So I have to schedule everything and have to revolve around that. So basically the important thing is to come up with a list. So whenever I leave office, I would usually make up a list that what I'm going to start with the morning, in the morning. Usually it is already in the calendar, like there's already all those meetings lined up. But then you would know what is the priority. And sometimes you would get an executive order, I would say, or you get an email from the director that this is something of an urgent matter that you have to do. So how the day looks like, you look at your email in the morning, you prepare for your meetings. As a PM, you also have to do the, you have to chair several of the meeting. In fact, majority of the meeting, where you chair the meeting, you talk to them. And one skill that I've learned as a PM is that you document everything while you talk, right? So the way I'm presenting here, in my meetings, I have to document them as well. So usually I have my screen up there, both these screens, I would type up, I'll get the consensus down. So that is how it is. So sometimes the day is structured based on the fact that there are certain structured meetings that I would do, but there are certainly at times when there are important, urgent work that is to be. So a question now, it is structured and unstructured at the both time. But the thing is that you are accountable for delivering your project. You are the best judge. People are relying on you, and you are the one who is accountable if the project is successful or not, right? So you meet a lot of people. I really enjoy working on the projects where you tend to work with so many people. I don't know about others, but I am a sort of person who needs constant change all the time, right? So as a PM, it's always good from transitioning from one project to the other. So there are days when one project is going through a period where there's not much to do, right? So you shift your focus to the other. And then there are times when you are having challenges in one of the projects, but there's one project always which is going very smoothly, all green. You attend those meetings and you're happy, right? So you are down in the morning, it's in yellow status and on critical path, but the other projects, a couple of other projects in green, so it lifts your mood. So sometimes, so interacting with different team, always have new things to focus on, always new learning. That's the great thing I like about. The other thing I don't like is that if the project is successful, it's a teamwork, right? But if it is a failure, then it's the PM. So sometimes you have to live with it. So once you're used to it, that this is how it is, then you are good. Like I am into this profession for long, and for this current organization, I am here since 10 years. So I'm very used to it that, okay, I don't stress about it if that would happen. But that is how it is. So that is, I don't like anything about it. And the other thing is that as a project manager, you would see, especially at the until the level of senior PMs, you wouldn't have direct reports majority of the time. There would be 1 or 2, but maximum that would be it. And then you would have to work with all the time work with the resource manager to secure the resources for your project. So it's always a dotted line. So the most challenging thing is that even you have several even manager level people, senior architects and senior BAs and OCMs and all those on your projects reporting to different directors, and then you have to get them to work for you, and they are not your direct reporting line. So that's the maximum challenging thing. But you of course work with them based on the fact that you work on relationship building, you create relationships with good relationship with people, and I think that's achievable for sure.